Everybody, this is Dalton Burkhardt, and this is my case study on the parental apathy. What do I know? I know that Miss Rose is a new assistant principal and is not sure about the aspects of the school-community relationship. The school has limited programs. We do know that the parent-teacher associations and parent-teacher organizations aren't allowed by the current principal, and he just doesn't have a lot of engagement from what I've read with the community and parents. Principals encounter a lot of parent apathy when throwing out meetings and just trying to get their engagement and get their participation in events and meetings. We do know that there was a meeting that was later held by the principal and only 8 parents showed up. And then the principal just told them to go home, more or less, because he wasn't satisfied with the amount of participation and engagement that was presented at that meeting. And uh, yeah, what I need to know, what worked in the past for the parent groups that were established, can more programs be added? Why are the development of PTA and PTOs not allowed? What are the demographics of the student? I feel that if we understand where the students are coming from, what their parents do, for example, in my town, a lot of parents work at the packing plants, which run all day, all night, 24 hours a day. So a lot of them aren't able to attend meetings due to that reason. In our school events meetings posted on social media or other digital networks so that the parents can understand, access the information, and make time. And the problem identified based on the research and the readings is that there's a lack of parent involvement in the community, as well as a lack of effort from the standing principal. Category 2, proposed plan of action or strategies. As the building leader, I will research student demographics and parent jobs just to find a better understanding of where the parents are working at. And with that, can send home surveys with the students so that the parents are able to discuss with us what times work best for them and just what their job entails and what we can do to help them attend these meetings. I can post the events and meetings on social media accounts. That's just going to give the parents a better understanding of what's going on within the school. And obviously, sending out emails, flyers, and word of mouth through conferences and other social engagements to just establish these meetings and concerns that can be brought up during them. Some of the ways to implement these are maintain open communication with the principal, parents, and community members. Ensure that the data is valid and reliable when receiving the surveys back from the students about parents' demographics. Be flexible with the scheduling. Obviously, parents aren't going to be able to all attend during the same time, so we have to be able to adjust different schedules and make specific times for the larger amount of parents. And then have meetings set up for those parents that might not have been able to attend those current meetings or hand out a flyer to discuss what was discussed during the meetings. And then we can form PTO and PTAs, allow parent input, and discuss with the parents who attend, gain ideas of higher and how to get higher attendance and involvement in these meetings. Resolve the issues based on promoting success for all students. What is best for the students is the active involvement of parent and community members. When parents attend these meetings and events, myself, as the building leader, will be able to discuss school and student goals to help reach the success for not only the institution, but for the students as well. And when the parents understand the goals and the strategies to reach those goals, they're able to work with the students at home and able to reach their personal goals and maybe exceed those goals. Areas and concerns that seek the need of improvement are evaluated to the active members, and possible solutions can be developed and implemented. And that could be regarding the school building itself and what parents feel is an issue and what is slowing down the learning and taking away just good learning opportunities for engagement of the students. And parents are able to transfer information they've learned to their students to increase student participation in schools and their own. Debrief the problem reflecting what I was thinking. Why won't the current principal allow PTA or PTOs? Was parent involvement successful in the past? We do know that they had parent groups. How were they successful, and what brought these changes upon the community? What causes the lack of involvement? And why is the principal's attitude so poor to reaching out to parents in the community? And also, what are the community demographics? I was feeling confused from the lack of the effort that was portrayed by the principal. I feel as a building leader, you should try your best no matter what to keep open communication and community engagement. I felt sad for the parents that attended the meeting. I feel that they took the time out of their days to learn about the institution, learn about goals and implementations, and then the principal just kind of shrugged them off and said, "Go home, we're not having it." So that made me pretty upset. And finally, I got angry as well with the dismissal of the PTOs and PTAs. I feel there's such a huge advantage to having the organizations and associations, especially when discussing student goals, building goals, and just ways to implement and discover ways to succeed. Finally, I was valuing my own school's effort and distinguished parental and community involvement. We do a very well job on keeping the community involved, keeping the community and parents informed on upcoming events and meetings. And also our open lines of communication with the parents. They're able to communicate us through phone, email. They could come in and talk to us. We are just very open to parents just to help student success. And then finally, within the reading itself, I was valuing the assistant principal's effort and determination to reach out to the parents and the community. Some of the unresolved issues. Why is there a lack of parent and community involvement? Why is the principal against PTO and PTAs? Are the parent groups successful? And what was going on to be discussed? What was going to be discussed at the meetings? And what brought only 8 parents to the meetings? Reflecting on standard 4, category 5. As the building leader, I would hand out the flyers to students to give to the parents, use social media platforms and other digital means that the community is able to access on a daily basis at any time they need to. And I can use that received input from the parents in developing times of meetings, events. I can schedule the meetings around that are open to the parents and community members, and not just use the school as a resource, but I can move the meeting locations throughout the community. That's going to get the community more involved, and that's also going to change the locations. So maybe some parents are closer to that location than, say, the school, and they're more than likely to go to that location. As a building leader, how do I promote the academic success of every student while addressing the issues? I understand the importance of parental involvement in leading this into student success. I establish meetings in the development of PTOs and PTAs. I detailed meetings and events on accessible accounts so parents can receive the information. And for the parents that did show up, the student institution goals will be discussed in order to maximize student success. As instructional leader, I promoted the personal well-being of every student while addressing the issue by creating larger parent engagement, which will transfer to parent-student engagement, which will then lead to a positive well-being for all students. Hold meetings, events around the community to promote safe use of community resources, and listen to parent and student concerns regarding the institution and development plans to resolve those issues. As the instructional leader, I promoted communities of engagement for families and stakeholders in the school's community by receiving and implementing strategies on the collected feedback from the flyers, social media accounts, and other social networking devices from parents and the community members. Discuss students and school goals in the meetings, and also move meeting locations around to engage different community members. Say we want to have it at the local McDonald's. My school, for instance, has a McDonald's night for teachers, parents, and students, and that's just a great way to get away from the school environment and more of a social environment, but discuss some of the issues and goals that the school has discovered or want to implement. And that is the end for my case study. I hope we're able to increase the family and community engagement within this school, and I look forward to reading everybody else's case study. Thank you.